Gary Janetti, who wrote The Prince, said the Duke of Sussex seemed to have a sense of humor about the series, which has sparked controversy for its portrayal of members of the royal family. He added that Harry, who moved to California with Meghan Markle after quitting royal duties, knew his Montecito neighbor was voicing him. Speaking on Watch What Happens Live with Andy Cohen, Mr. Janetti said, "I don't know if Harry has said anything to Orlando about it, but I know before the show premiered, he was aware that Orlando was doing it. And he seemed to have a sense of humor about it." The Prince is based on Mr. Janetti's viral Instagram account, which features memes about the royal family. The series focuses on Prince George, but it has sparked a backlash for its depiction of the young royal, with viewers insisting children should be off limits. The show, which was released on U.S. streaming service HBO Max last month, focuses on the imagined inner workings of the royal family through the eyes of George, including star-studded playdates during which he sips on martinis and interacts with his siblings. Mr. Janetti, who previously worked on Family Guy and Will and Grace, voices George. Condola Rashad voices the Duchess of Sussex in the series. In the show, Harry and Meghan are shown arriving at an apartment in L.A. The Duke says to his wife, "This might be the smallest palace I have ever been in." Meghan replies, "Well, it's an apartment." Harry then says, "Yes, an apartment palace, I know that. Lots of tiny palaces inside one big palace." In an interview with The Hollywood Reporter, Lord of the Ring actor Bloom insisted the series is not malicious or intended to be. He revealed his wife, the singer Katy Perry, encouraged him to take on the role. Bloom said, "Actually Katy saw one bit of it and was like, 'You've got to do this. This is genius. And the animation is done by some of the guys who did Family Guy, so it's going to be very amusing. And who doesn't love the royal family?" In the weeks following the premiere of The Prince, HBO Max's new animated comedy about the British royal family, responses to the show were decidedly mixed. Created by writer and producer Gary Janetti, best known for his witty, royal-centric Instagram page, the series is written from the perspective of Prince George, heir to the British throne and son of Prince William and Kate Middleton. While many royal followers criticize the show for its portrayal of the royal family, Prince Harry is not one to take any of it to heart. On August 11, Janetti appeared on Watch What Happens Live with Andy Cohen, where he was asked by a fan if Orlando Bloom, who voices Prince Harry, spoke with the Duke of Sussex about his role in the series. "I don't know if Harry has said anything to Orlando about it, but I know before the show premiered, he was aware that Orlando was doing it," Janetti said, "and he seemed to have a sense of humor about it." Orlando Bloom, who is Prince Harry's neighbor and friendly with the Duke in real life, had previously defended the series, noting in an interview with The Hollywood Reporter that it's not malicious or intended to be. He also came to Janetti's defense, stating that he's really got his finger on the pulse. "Gary. He's so smart and so zeitgeisty." In fact, it was Bloom's wife, singer Katy Perry, who encouraged him to accept the role in the first place. "Actually Katy saw one bit of it and was like, 'You've got to do this. This is genius. And the animation is done by some of the guys who did Family Guy, so it's going to be very amusing," Bloom said. And who doesn't love the royal family? It's encouraging for Bloom that Prince Harry has no hard feelings about the show. In a previous interview, Bloom added that oddly, "I'm sure I'm going to see Harry at some point, just because of the nature of the universe, it always throws people together." While the series pokes fun at the House of Windsor, it comes from a place of love for the royals, after all. "Everything is meant with affection," Janetti said, adding that his goal was to create a story that is super funny. No other members of the royal family have spoken out about the series so far.